press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, we have been discussing about the chapter windstorms and cyclones, and in our previous classes we have learned about wind characteristics of air, right, and also how these storms and cyclones affect our lives. Okay, so there is one more thing which affects as cyclone does, that is tornado. It is similar to the cyclones. Even these tornadoes affects our lives. Okay, it is a cloud mass. Okay, it is a dark funnel shaped cloud mass which comes from this sky to the ground. Okay, which is black in color. Okay, so it looks something like this. It is a cloud mass. Okay, so it almost looks like a funnel, right? So how does funnel look like? Okay, it is broader at the topper end and gets thinner, right? So it looks similar to this funnel. Okay, so this tornado it is a dark, that is almost black, dark funnel shaped cloud which reaches from sky to ground. Okay, so that is a tornado. Okay, a tornado is a dark funnel shaped cloud. It is nothing but a cloud which reaches from the sky to the ground. Okay, and the diameter can be from few meters to even many kilometers. It can be a bit smaller, and it can sometimes even go to extreme diameters, that is even it can reach a few kilometers. Okay, so this is created just similar to the cyclone, that is due to the low pressure inside. Okay, it will be spinning. Okay, this is a cloud mass, it will be spinning. Okay, so while it is spinning, it takes in all the dust or the light particles, whatever present in the surroundings. Okay, so this tornado takes everything up and it will be spinning because of the high speed. Okay, so since it is having a high wind speed, it has a low pressure center. Okay, just as we have seen in the cyclones. Okay, so that is how this happens, right? So it's having a very high wind speed and it will be moving all around, and whatever surroundings, whatever the things it is present in the ground, okay, it takes everything in. Okay, and it throws it out from the above part. Okay, so let us see the structure of this cyclone. Okay, okay, so this is the top end, and yes, this is the cloud mass. All right. Okay, so from here, okay, so this is the above end and this is the ground surface. So while it reaches to the ground, whatever things are present in the surroundings, it takes everything in. Okay, and this swirls up, okay, and is thrown from this top end. Okay, so this is a structure of this tornado, and these tornadoes are not common in our country. Okay, in India these tornadoes are not common, but yes, it is common in a few foreign countries where it causes very harmful damages. Okay, but in India it is hardly seen. Okay, tornadoes are nothing but a cloud, okay, which reaches a dark cloud which reaches from the sky to this ground, okay, having a very high speed, and because of that high wind speed, it takes everything in, whatever it is present in the surroundings, it takes everything in and throws out from this top of this tornado. Okay, so this is the structure of this tornado. Yes, okay, so this is all about the disastrous phenomenon can be seen in our in our environments, okay, which causes harmful to us, to our lives, to our properties and everything. Okay, the storms, cyclones and tornadoes. Okay, so among these, all these disastrous phenomena are happening due to this wind speed. Okay, so wind speed plays a major role. Okay, so wind speed is the one which plays a major role in all these phenomena. Okay, it is because of this high wind speed it creates a low pressure areas in the center. Okay, that is because all this will be happening. Okay, so wind speed is the most important for all of this. Okay, so now we know it is because of this wind speed all these disasters will be happening, right? So now we need to control this wind speed. Okay, so we have to know before itself whether it is going to happen. Okay, that is prediction, right? So prediction is nothing but telling something which is not yet happened and about to happen. Okay, so that is prediction. Okay, knowing this wind speed we can predict, okay, whether the cyclones or tornadoes or these storms are going to come or not. Okay, so this wind speed we need to measure, and that wind speed is measured by a device called anemometer. Okay, so remember, wind speed is measured by the device called anemometer. Okay, so let us see a basic simple diagram of this anemometer. Okay, so this is a very basic structure. Okay, here it will be having some, okay, 3 ball like structure, and this will be spinning. Okay, this will be spinning around. Okay, so this is a basic and simple structure of this anemometer. Okay, here we will be having this balls which measures this wind speed. Okay, how fast this rotates can say how much is the wind speed. Okay, and okay, it will be moving or swirling around, and this is a vane, an arrow mark showing this wind direction. Okay, so that arrow or vane shows the wind direction, in which direction the wind is going, whether the north, south or east or west, like that. Okay, and okay, this rotation, the speed of this rotation of this small ball like structures shows how fast the wind speed is. Knowing the wind direction and the wind speed, it will become easier for the meteorological departments. Okay, so these departments are the ones which take care of this phenomena. Okay, whatever happens happening like this storm, cyclones or any other researches, okay, that is taken care by this meteorological department. Okay, so this wind speed is measured, then they'll predict if there is uneven change, okay, or if there is a change seen, if there is all of a sudden if there is very high speed, there's high wind speed, they'll inform, okay, they'll inform the residents where the wind speed is going too much, or where the cyclones are about to come. Okay, the prediction can be done with the help of this anemometer, a device which measures the wind speed. Okay, in earlier days, there were no such devices, instruments or departments which used to predict or tell people that a cyclone is about to come. You need to take care of yourselves or leave the places. Be aware. Okay, there nothing kind of this would have happened. But nowadays, because of this technology, thanks to the sciences, okay, because of this technology, we have so many new ways in which we can take care of everything, right? There are satellites, radars, okay, which helps us to predict or tell this about this phenomenon, okay, if it's going to happen before itself. Okay, now before 2 or 3 days itself we'll get to know if the cyclone is coming, okay, because of with the help of this satellites and radars, the meteorological department, they those people will inform us, okay, inform the residents where this is going to happen. Okay, they'll inform, and the people can take care of their take care of their stuff, their properties, or they can, if there is too much of prediction of this cyclone coming and destroying this place, they can leave the place and go to some other safer place. Okay, so with the help of these technologies we can be aware before the prior to this cyclone. Okay, so because prior to this cyclone and storms we can be more careful. Okay, so that these technologies and these satellites radars have helped us. Okay, so what are these effective measures? Let us see. We can take when a cyclone hits. Okay, there is a cyclone forecast and warning service which tells us before itself, okay, how to take care of ourselves, and there should be a rapid communication of warnings. Okay, there should be a rapid communication of warnings, right, so that the people of that place would be more careful. And also the construction of cyclone shelters in the cyclone prone areas and administrative arrangements for moving people fast to safer place. There is this cyclone shelters, okay, where cyclones cannot hit harder, or we can be more productive. Okay, there are shelters which won't be near the larger trees. Okay, that's how the storm gonna hit, right? So seeing all these measures, right, these cyclone shelters are placed. Okay, and these cyclone shelters are located far away from the large trees, communication towers, coastlines. Okay, these coastlines in our country, coast region or the east coast place. Okay, that is the most prone area to these cyclones. Okay, so those people in those places the cyclone shelters are not created. Okay, it is created away from that, so that the people from that place, if its cyclone is going to hit them, if they know, they can come and reside to that places. And what can people do? What is the action on the part of the people when the cyclone hits? Okay, so the people should not ignore the warnings issued by this meteorological department through TV, radio and newspapers. Okay, we can see, right, in TVs and newspapers before the cyclone hits, we'll be getting the news, right, in TVs that yes, tomorrow something is going to happen, or a cyclone is going to hit after this 4 or 5 days, or it's about to come or something. There's a prediction. Okay, so that and all we should not ignore. We should take a proper care of that news. And after knowing, we should make necessary arrangements to shift the essential household goods, domestic animals, vehicles, etc. to a safer place. And we should not drink the contaminated water. We should be having some safe drinking water for these emergency uses. Okay, and we should be knowing the phone emergency numbers. Okay, we should know all these emergency numbers of ambulance, phone, for police, fires, right? So this all we should be knowing. Okay, and also we should not, yes, we should not drink contaminated water, and we should do not touch the wet switches, as it might be harmful or dangerous for you. So do not touch the wet switches, all right? And we should not, knowing these warnings and everything, we should not just go out, to have just fun or to see how if it's going. Okay, that is really dangerous. Okay, so and we should cooperate and help our neighbors too. Also, and yes, this, as I have mentioned earlier, advanced technologies has really helped us, right? So before people, okay, in earlier days, in ancient times, people were not knowing about this technology, and yes, it was hard to them to be aware, right? The people were not aware prior to this cyclone hitting. Okay, so nowadays we have this cyclone alert or cyclone watch, where no prediction is done before 2-3 days, right? Around 2 days we'll get to know, and we'll get time to go to a safer place. Okay, and yes, even nowadays the messages, if the cyclone has hit, the messages broadcast every hour or half an hour when a cyclone is nearer to the coast, and several national and international organizations cooperate to monitor the cyclone related disasters. Okay, so these are all the safety measures and the action on the part of those people know how to react or what to do, how to go to a major safer places when the cyclone hits. Okay, so with this discussion here, the chapter wind, storms and cyclones completes. Okay, and in this chapter we have learned all about this wind, right? So wind is nothing but the moving air. Okay, so and we have seen various characteristics of the air, right? Like air exerts pressure. Okay, and we have discussed this with various examples, and also while studying this air exert pressure, remember that important point, that is as the wind speed increases, okay, there is a low pressure. Okay, so whenever there is wind speed, soon after that remember that yes, increase in wind speed is something which decreases the low pressure. Okay, and air always moves from the high pressure to the low pressure area. Okay, and also that air expands when heating. Okay, so these are the major characteristics of this air, right? And we have also seen about these storms and cyclones, how storms and cyclones affect us. Okay, and also about these tornadoes. These tornadoes are not common in India, but cyclones are very much common, and in India, east coastline is highly vulnerable or more prone to cyclone hits. Okay, so since it is closer to the coastline, right? So the oceans and everything, the water or the floods are hits the place more often. Okay, so this is about the chapter, or this about the cyclone. And yes, in American countries, cyclones are named as hurricane. Okay, all these are the same, hurricane, cyclones and everything. In India, we usually, in ancient countries, we call it as cyclone, and in American countries, people use the term hurricane, and in Japan, they call it as a typhoon. Alright, and these cyclones and tornadoes are created due to this low pressure area. Okay, due to this increase in the wind speed around them, there is a creation of low pressure in the center, due to which all these disastrous things happen. Okay, and we have also seen what are the effective measures we need to take care when this disastrous phenomenon occurs. Okay, so this is about this chapter. Thank you.